Canadian police won't investigate doctor for sterilizing Indigenous woman.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Canadian government says it is urgently trying to end the forced sterilization of Indigenous women, describing the practice as a human rights violation and a prosecutable offence. Police say they will not pursue a criminal investigation into a recent case in which a doctor apologized for his unprofessional conduct in sterilizing an Inuit woman. The Canadian government has said that anyone who commits forced sterilization could be subject to assault charges and that police are responsible for deciding whether to proceed with criminal investigations. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police said they would not be investigating Kataska, because the woman hasn't filed a criminal complaint. Senator Yvonne Boyer, who has proposed law would make forced sterilization itself a crime, said the long history of mistrust between Indigenous people and the police made it difficult for many victims to pursue criminal prosecution. Why would it be any different for an Indigenous woman being sterilized without consent? The woman sterilized by Kataska sued him and the hospital for $6 million Canadian dollars, alleging his actions were oppressive and malicious.
This post received a score of 11,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This article provides more information on what exactly happened and what both parties claim.
That is a magnificent article. Thank you for posting it.
With his experience and expertise in ethics in informed consent, especially in the Indigenous population, it seems like an egregious mistake. I also have to say that when I find incidental findings that require expanding the procedure beyond consent, you either step out and discuss with the family to get consent, or you note the findings and don't do it if consent cannot be reasonably obtained. I suspect he clearly felt that this was appropriate to help resolve her pelvic pain and felt that she understood that this could happen. The patient being Indigenous adds another level of concern where he should have been extra sensitive to ensure consent.
The article directly mentions it in the second paragraph.
I missed that. Thanks for the clarification.
Please don't skip the part where they're not charging the doctor because the victim doesn't want to participate. She's gone through enough. She doesn't need to be re-traumatized. Nothing should be stopping the medical board from stripping the doctor of their license though.
I don't get how this is a thing. We can't get murder victims to testify. But we just don't go, oh well, guess we can't charge you with murder.
As in the article, but the government isn't pursuing it.
Greater than but the government isn't pursuing it. Before he gets a standing ovation in Parliament.
Ugh, what an embarrassment. I like my country, but goddamn. Also happy Cake Day.
A 5-month suspension? At the very least, he should lose his medical license permanently.
Native Americans will never be able to live free of abuse from private citizens and the state, both in Canada and the U.S.
People should be aware that sterilization of Indigenous people was an official Canadian policy and it happened in the USA too.
It was a Danish policy against the Inuits in Greenland as well.
The article is missing some key context. Why? They're implying that this was malicious and criminal, which it very well could be, but it doesn't outright explain it. Did he open her up and see cancer on her reproductive organs? Did he accidentally remove the wrong thing? Or did he say, well, she's Indigenous and should be sterilized? Obviously, he's be sanctioned by the medical board and sued, so it's clear he committed clear wrongdoing. But without the context of what he was thinking when he did it, it's hard to immediately revert to a criminal context.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.